Okay, so my next project. One thing I love about the Carrera cars is the attention to detail, um, all the way down to the little sponsorships all throughout the car. And one thing that has been bothering me with these two new Fords is, in my opinion, they kind of look toyish, because you can see on the numbers there isn't the IMSA WeatherTech sponsorship. I also feel like these Fords lack the additional sponsorships that you see on the other Carrera cars. And I'm not quite sure why. I don't know if it's a licensing thing, but when I looked at Scalextric's Ford GT3, it did have the IMSA WeatherTech badging on it, so I'm not quite sure. I mean, you can see this is the Aston Martin WeatherTech IMSA series, highly sponsored ship. Same thing with the Chevy Corvette, IMSA WeatherTech. But then again, when I look at these Fords, they just look plain to me. I do have some experience in customizing cars. This is a BMW M4, where I put some additional decals, painted it neon yellow, just to make it look a little bit, I don't know, more interesting visually. So my plan is to kind of upgrade these two Ford GTs. I do have some experience in custom modeling when I had my HO Railroad. I would build custom engines, paint them, decals. So I'm going to show you the process. Not really show you the process, but show you some of the things I'm going to be doing to these cars. And hopefully when they're all done, they'll look a little bit more detailed, like the rest of the Carrera cars that I have. Okay, so these are the decals that I purchased. Got them on eBay from a seller called Le Mans Decals. They were located in Spain, so it did take a while for them to get here. But overall, the quality looks very good. These happen to be the Roxy decals. It just, based off the decals that were available, what I was really looking for is the WeatherTech IMSA decals. The instructions say to apply, this is Microscale's liquid decal film. So I applied that over top of the decals, I guess just to help reinforce them a little bit. It dried perfectly level, perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, it looks identical to when I originally received these sheets, so it didn't really adversely affect them at all. I think it just helps them when you are cutting them and placing them. So the next step really is to start to put the decals on the Ford Mustang GT3s to hopefully spruce them up a little bit. All right, so just a quick little update. This is prior to putting any other sponsorship decals on. I feel like with the WeatherTech and the IMSA symbols above the main numbers on both cars, that my opinion is instantly they look so much better. So much better. Again, I'm not quite sure why Carrera didn't do it. Maybe it was a licensing thing. Interesting thing, though, is the number 64 placard is much larger than the number 55. So looks a little odd, a little small. The decals are a little bit smaller, but it works for me. So the process that I use for setting my decals is, my first step is, when applying them, I use Microscale's Microset. Then after the decal has dried, I use the Microsol, which conforms the decal to the surface. And then to kind of seal in the decal, if it's on a glossy surface, I will use Model Masters. It's an acrylic-based paint-on clear gloss. And if it's on a flat surface, I use the clear flat. Okay, and then here's the finished Ford number 64. There's the WeatherTech IMSA symbol on the placards, on the hood and both the side. GTD Pro behind, right in front of the rear wheel. VP Michelin decals added on the rear, as well as a GTD Pro badge on the back. Moving around the front, I looked at some prototypical pictures, and the wheel hubs were painted like a neon green, so I did that. Got the Motul and the Michelin decals up front, as well as the IMSA. So that is the Ford GT3 number 64. And here's the GT3 number 55. Again, the WeatherTech IMSA decals on the hood and the side. Now, interesting enough, the number placards on the number 55 are, I believe, more normal size, or on the number 64, they seem to be oversized. The decals didn't fit quite as nice on the number 64. But you can see I had a GTD decal in front of the rear wheel. Again, you can tell these are GTD cars by the green mirrors and the green number placards. Again, Michelin VP Multimatic decals added to the rear. GTD on the back. And then just like the number 64 car, looking at prototypical pictures, I see the Motul and Michelin decals in front of the front wheels and the IMSA decal on the front. So to kind of conclude this video, for me personally, again, this is just my opinion, it's tough to see on the camera, but the decals added really just bring these two cars to life. I think it makes it more in line with the other Carrera cars and that level of detail. Again, I was a little disappointed in Carrera that they didn't come like this, fully decaled. But again, for me, I'm very happy. It was worth, I think the decals plus shipping came to like $42 for both of them. So not cheap. Most people probably disagree that it's not necessary. But again, for me, it makes me happy. I enjoy these cars more, and that's what's really important. So I will leave this video with a few before and after shots to compare the two. And that is my Ford GT3 decal project. Thanks a lot.